What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Risk. As you can see by the game in the title, NBA 2K21 demo is officially out. It feels like we've been waiting literally forever, but it is finally out, and you know what that means. You know I'm gonna give you guys the best builds on the game for the next week and a half or 2 weeks or so to get you guys ready for the full release of NBA 2K21 and make sure you guys are gonna have the best build possible to really take over the game. Alright, so if you have not yet, make sure you join the family, hit that big red subscribe button, turn that notification bell, set it to all notifications. We're gonna be uploading 2 videos today and then 1 every day for the next 2 weeks, so you better make sure you got those notifications on. Alright, but starting with this video, guys, we're going to start with the best center build. Now, I've been taking a look throughout all the center builds, and to me, it seems like shooting centers are not going to be it this year. Same thing with taller centers. It seems like the wave is going to be smaller interior centers. So with that being said, we select the position being a power forward, and we're going to go with the second to last pie chart, which is actually primarily defensive pie chart. This pie chart, what it does is it allows us to get elite level defense and elite level finishing, all right, which is something that almost no other pie chart in this game allows you to do. So that's why already it's going to be one of the best in the game. All right, so in terms of the physical profile, I selected the bottom one. I was just trying to balance it out and kind of see, you know, what combinations I could do with the physical attributes. But in reality, you're most likely going to want to select the first pie chart or the second. It really doesn't matter. You just want to get something that has a lot of speed, as that's what we're going to primarily focus on with this center build. So moving on to the attributes here, you're going to max out literally everything in finishing, guys, and that should leave you with approximately 228 attributes remaining with 18 finishing badges. Now after that, you're going to move on to your defense / rebounding, upgrade all of your defense / rebounding, which will leave you with 35 attributes, which you will now chuck into the playmaking just because we have nowhere else to put it. And then it should leave you with, if you do it right, you should be left off with 18 finishing, 30 defense and rebounding, and then 2 playmaking if you do it right. But I think I'm able to maybe get 4 playmaking, possibly, if I remember. I'm gonna remove some from my finishing here. Yeah, we could definitely get 4. Yep. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do actually. So make sure you remove some from your post hook, and now that should leave you with 18 finishing, 4 playmaking, and 30 defensive / rebounding badges. Right away, that sounds incredible, guys. You're gonna be able to get, you know, obviously good amounts of finishing, excellent defense, and those 4 playmaking badges are actually going to be more useful than you think, because we do have post moves upgraded, we do have pass accuracy upgraded, just to make this build a little bit more diverse. Now, in terms of the weight, something new they did this year is driving dunk and driving layup is now affected by your weight, same as your speed and your perimeter defense. So what we're going to do is go pretty much minimum weight on this build, more or less, to then pretty much increase our driving dunk, increase our speed, and then increase our perimeter defense. So we're gonna go for around 204 weight. I think is the best, which is actually ensure that you get, or actually let's lower a little bit. We'll go 197. 197 gives us the 75 speed, it gives us the +4 to perimeter and lateral quickness, and it gives us the +3 to driving dunk and driving layup, which is exactly what I'm looking for to make sure we can get those contact dunks. Now, same thing with wingspan, newly changed this year in the prelude. The wingspan actually allows you to get an increase to your standing dunk, your driving layup, pretty much everything. So you see, max wingspan on this build is going to be exactly what you want to do, allowing us to get the contact dunks, allowing us to get maximum standing dunk, allowing us to get 95+ ratings in the defensive category in terms of our rebounding and our blocks, guys. So you saw right there, the build is able to get contact dunks, the build is able to play excellent defense, able to post up, able to pass the ball, and it's quick, guys. It could literally do everything, which is why I think by far is going to be the best center build in the game for the entire year, guys. I think this is going to be the meta, and this build will be lasting forever. Now, in terms of the takeover, you saw you could really go for either takeover because we don't know how overpowered the takeovers are yet. So I would just went for him because why not? And as you see, we got a new name here. We have built the glass cleaning finisher, similar to Dennis Rodman and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes, a compo. Shout out to Flight. But yeah, so I mean, you could already tell with the Dennis Rodman, we got the defense in the build. With the Giannis, we got, you know, the finishing and the defense of the build. So that really just helps you understand what this build could actually do. But now we're going to move on to the badges, guys. Now, this year, in terms of the badges, it seems like for 2K21, they have literally identical badges in the game. They didn't remove any badges except Quick Draw, but they didn't add any badges either. But apparently when the game does drop the full game, they did say they actually nerfed and buffed a lot of the badges. So when I'm selecting these badges, just keep in mind I'm selecting badges based off how they performed in 2K20, as when the game fully drops, it might not be the case. Some of these badges I'm selecting might not be very good compared to some I didn't select might be actually very good in the full game. So just keep in mind that for those of you guys who are possibly watching this video once the full game does drop, just keep that in mind. But as you see, like I said, going off last year, we're just going to go off with the most common sense badges here for finishing. We're going to get the consistent finisher badge, the contact finisher badge, obviously to make sure we do not miss open layups, to make sure we get those contact dunks. Then we're going to move on, we're going to get slithery finisher, one of the best finishing badges in the game last year. Next, we're going to get relentless finisher to allow us to get those contact layups and dunks without having stamina. And that leaves us with 6 available upgrades. And now here's where I specifically talked about badges that might not be good in the actual game. For example, Lob City Finisher. We don't know about lobs if they're going to be overpowered in 2K20 or if we're going to even need the badge to catch lobs. So that's why this is an example of a badge that you might not need when the full game does drop. And yeah, same thing applies to the next badge, which is going to be Fancy Footwork. If hop steps aren't as overpowered or OP, then you might not even want to have this badge on. You might have traded off for, you know, maybe a back down Punisher or an Acrobat or something like that. So just keep that in mind, guys. But right now, that's the badge setup you want on this build. Now, moving on to our next badge category. It's going to be a shooting category. Obviously, we only have one upgrade here. We're not a shooting build. But remember, it actually does kind of matter. There's 2 upgrades or 2 badge upgrades you could do that actually will help you out. One being Hot Zone Hunter and one being Volume Shooter. Hot Zone Hunter, you could get a Hot Zone in the paint, which will help you obviously make more layups and dunks. And then Volume Shooter, obviously, as you shoot more layups, more dunks, you'll be able to have a higher percentage of making them. So just keep that in mind. Those badges are not entirely useless for this build. Now, playmaking. Why did I want 4 playmaking badges? Number 1, to get Bailout Bronze, because I feel like that's going to be obviously a very good badge. Once again, being able to have the ability to pass out of shots will help you in a lot of situations. But it was mainly to get that gold quick first step, guys. Once again, this build is short. It's undersized, all right? We're quick. So that is something I want to focus on. Make the build even faster. Make it more, you know, take advantage more of that speed by getting that quick first step badge, allowing us to get more easy buckets and stuff like that. Now, moving on to defense here, you see it, it's self-explanatory. We got 30 defensive badges. Just chuck those badges. You guys know what to put on. The brick wall, the chase down, interceptor, intimidator, rebound chaser, rim protector, pogo, clamps, all those badges. Just smack them on, and you know they're gonna perform. So with that being said, you guys saw what this build could do. It's gonna be a small center, 6'9" center. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be able to guard guards on the perimeter. It's gonna be able to defend centers in the paint. It's going to be able to get contact dunks over people in the paint. It's going to be able to, you know, be fast enough in the offensive game to create your own shot in the paint. It is going to be able to literally do everything except shoot, but I still think it will be the best center build in the game. So if you have not yet, make sure you hit that like button, hit that big red subscribe button, set notifications to all notifications, and stay tuned for my next video dropping later today. It's your boy Risk, and I'm out.
Lucas. It's funny how now she be calling me back. She see that I got it, I'm stuck in the trap. 40 autos and we put it right back. 40 autos and he left in the back. I can't be trusting cause people just act. I get the money, I run it right back. The plug on my phone, I get to these racks. The plug on my phone, I'm gonna get back. I can't be trusting cause people be switching and stuff.